Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your daily tarot reading. Thank you for joining me in this reading. I'm going to be using the Universal Weights deck and the Lover's Oracle deck. So remember to take what resonates from the reading and to leave behind whatever you feel does not. So let's find out what messages come through with the cards. So the first card we have is the Eight of Pentacles. With this card, you could be dealing with an earth sign, so a Virgo, Taurus, or even a Capricorn. Next, we have the Ace of Cups. With the Ace of Cups, you could be dealing with a water sign, so a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And finally, we have the Tower card. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the World card. Okay, so with the Eight of Pentacles, this is a card that shows hard work and being able to work at something, but it doesn't feel like work because it is perhaps enjoyable to you, because it's the kind of work that perhaps brings a lot of fulfillment, and it is perhaps more of a pleasure to be able to do. With this card, this is all about also knowing what you're doing and being good at what you do. This is also a card that shows a lot of mastery. So perhaps in a connection, this may be about finding the right way that things work, and also being able to find enjoyment in the little things, and being able to find enjoyment in being able to contribute towards a connection that perhaps brings a source of fulfillment and brings a lot of joy to you. So with this card, this may be you perhaps putting in effort towards it, but also the other person is also very diligent and willing to do the same. I'm seeing that being something that is not a problem, to be able to invest time, energy, and efforts towards a connection in order to make it work, if that's what's required to make it work, because it is a source of fulfillment and a source of joy in some way. And I'm seeing that you are perhaps even doing wild when it comes to being able to show up in this connection, and the other person also shows up as somebody who's very reliable, and also somebody who is perhaps a great partner, and there could be some kind of a teamwork that goes into this connection, but I'm seeing it being the kind of teamwork that is not work. It feels very fulfilling and it is welcome. And with the Ace of Cups, this card shows a new beginning. So with this card, this could be this connection moving into what feels like a new beginning, and also finding some fulfillment. So with the card overflowing with water, that is an overflowing of positive emotions when it comes to a connection. Being able to connect with somebody on a deeper level, and also being able to know a person on a deeper level as well, and being able to connect from that space. And I'm seeing that that does wonders for a connection. Also with the Tower card, and the Tower card is all about something that is coming apart, some kind of a distraction, things really not staying together because of a rocky foundation. So with the Tower card, this is all about being able to go back in the connection and seeing where perhaps the cracks may have been when it came to how it was built. But also with this card, with things coming apart, it is also a card that shows some hope. So with the Tower card, this is all about the rising of the phoenix, which comes out of the ashes. So this is about being able to perhaps learn your lessons, and also being able to evaluate what isn't working in a situation in order to be able to perhaps correct it and build something even better and something stronger on a more solid foundation, in order for it to be something that won't fall apart again. So with that Eight of Pentacles, I'm seeing that perhaps you may be working at some part of a connection, and with the Eight of Pentacles and that being card of mastery, I'm seeing that this is all about being able to perhaps go back into the connection or into any area where things may have not been touched, things may have not been discussed, or things may have been taken for granted, and being able to work on it. With the Ace of Cups, I'm seeing that initiative being successful as well. And with the World card at the bottom of the deck, this card shows a completion and an ability to come to a state where you feel very fulfilled, and even a sense of gratitude when it comes to a connection. So with the Tower card and that being things that fall apart, I'm seeing that that is perhaps something that's perceived as a blessing in disguise in the grand scale of in the grand scheme of things. So with the World card, this is all about being able to perhaps look back and recognize where things may have gone wrong, and also being able to find the good in the bad situation. So this is also about being able to gain some hindsight. And also with the World card, this is about completing and being able to perhaps elevate from a certain level and move on to perhaps a new beginning that is more promising with that Ace of Cups. So this Ace of Cups also brings in a very joyous state and a very peaceful, more emotionally satisfying and deeper connected level for this connection. So I'm seeing that perhaps you may have been working on it, you may still be working on it, but that is something that perhaps you may be showing up to, and the other person's connection also shows up to diligently. I'm seeing that this person is someone who's very consistent when it comes to this connection. There's someone who's very dependable and reliable as well with that Eight of Pentacles. This is someone who is very devoted in the connection. They're not easily detoured from what they need to do, and they show up consistently as well with that Eight of Pentacles. And I'm also seeing that they're not someone who's easily scared away with the Tower card. This is somebody who perhaps is also willing to continue to work on any issues, and is someone who has an understanding that perhaps there will be some difficult times, but they are willing to be able to stick around and work through them and do whatever it takes in order to strengthen this connection. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a card from the Lovers Oracle deck. So I'm going to pull out 3 cards, one for this connection, and one for the other person in this connection, and one for this overall connection or this period. So I'll start with a card for you. So this is the card that came out, and it says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay, next I'm going to pull out a card for another person in this connection who may be coming towards you or who is in this connection with you right now. And this is the card that came out. It says forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Okay, and I'm going to pull out a card for this overall connection. This is the card that came out, and it says romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. So with that Ace of Cups, this is a card all about some kind of a new beginning. So that could also be in line with that romance card, and that could be showing that perhaps you may be coming into a phase whereby you may be experiencing some romantic new phase of your life with this card for some. And also with that new beginning, this could also be a new beginning as far as being able to perhaps forgive the past and being able to move into a new space with a clear mind and a clear conscience, and allowing for space for perhaps new possibilities. And with the reflection card, this is all about being able to perhaps, I'm getting with the Tower card, this is about being able to learn from any difficulties that you may experience or any distractions that may happen suddenly or abruptly, and also being able to maintain faith for being able to rebuild that and to come back following any setbacks. Okay, so that is the message I'm getting with these cards, Sagittarius. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you in tomorrow's reading. Bye, Sagittarius.